Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, the channel where we bring you the latest updates, insights, and big stories shaping the future of the dinar community. Today, we're diving into a major update that has taken the community by storm. Frank26 has delivered shocking news that ties together contract rates, the Hydrocarbon Law, and even global confirmation of a revaluation. This is the kind of report that has people buzzing with excitement and holding on tight for what could be a life-changing moment. Have you ever felt like you were standing on the edge of something massive, something that could shift your financial future overnight? That's the energy right now. Imagine having a set of keys to a locked door of opportunity, but not knowing exactly when it will swing open. Well, according to Frank26, that moment may be closer than ever. He's connected the dots between Iraq's long-awaited hydrocarbon law, the dinar's revaluation, and those mysterious contract rates, and it has people talking like never before. When Frank26 speaks, his words carry weight. He's been following this situation for years, breaking down complex events for the community. This time, he reminded listeners of something he's said many times before. The moment you see the HCL finalized, you'll see the new exchange rate within seconds. That statement alone has sent shockwaves across the dinar world, because it means the legal key to Iraq's oil wealth could directly trigger a new value for the currency. The hydrocarbon law is much more than a piece of legislation. It represents Iraq finally distributing its oil wealth fairly across all regions of the country. Oil is the backbone of Iraq's economy, and once profits are shared equally, stability and strength follow. Frank26 believes this law is directly linked to revaluation, unlock the law, and the exchange rate door opens wide. That's why this news has everyone on edge, because it points to a change that could be instant. Now let's break this down in simple terms. Iraq holds some of the largest oil reserves in the world. For decades, disputes over who controls the revenue have delayed progress, leaving regions fighting over profits. The hydrocarbon law aims to end that cycle by creating a system that ensures every part of Iraq benefits fairly. And when that kind of law is implemented, Iraq will have no choice but to modernize its financial system to support it. That means a stronger dinar is almost inevitable. Frank26 is not just pointing at Iraq's domestic situation, though. He's saying that international institutions, yes, the big global players, are finally acknowledging what many of us have been watching for years: a currency adjustment. Global organizations don't deal in speculation. They deal in policy, hard numbers, and international agreements. If they're openly talking about an adjustment, that adds a serious level of credibility to this entire conversation. This isn't just about hope anymore. This is recognition at the highest levels that Iraq is preparing for something transformative. And that makes Frank26's latest update even more powerful. But we can't ignore one of the most mysterious parts of this story: contract rates. For years, whispers have circulated about special exchange rates reserved for select groups. According to Frank26, these contract rates aren't rumors anymore. They're real, and they're being discussed at high levels right now. So what exactly are contract rates? In simple words, they are higher than public exchange rates, usually reserved for massive government deals, humanitarian projects, or big institutional investors. Not everyone will have access, and no one knows for sure exactly how these rates will be distributed. But the fact that they're being acknowledged means serious planning is happening behind closed doors. This isn't casual speculation, it's structured institutional-level preparation. For many dinar holders, this is both exciting and frustrating. On one hand, the idea of special rates adds energy and hope. On the other, it raises questions about who will qualify. Some believe contract rates could be reserved for those with large holdings or for investors funding humanitarian work. Others think smaller holders may still get a fair chance. Either way, the very existence of contract rates means multiple exchange paths are already being prepared. Now let's take a step back and look at Iraq's bigger picture. Over the past several years, Iraq has been working hard to modernize its financial infrastructure. The central bank has been upgrading systems, tightening regulations, and fighting corruption, all with help from international advisors. This isn't just about solving old problems, it's about aligning with global banking standards. That alignment would be necessary if Iraq intends to launch the dinar onto the world stage with a stronger value. Think about it. Would Iraq spend years upgrading its systems if it wasn't preparing for something major? This modernization effort is a clear sign that the country is setting the stage for a financial shift. And in today's digital financial system, rate changes can go global in seconds. That's why Frank26 insists that when the HCL is passed, the revaluation could be live instantly, spreading worldwide almost immediately. But while the technical side can happen in moments, everyday dinar holders should remember the process at banks may take more time. Even if Iraq pulls the trigger instantly, banks still need to update systems, notify customers, and roll out exchange policies. For you, that could mean days or weeks before you can actually walk into a branch and complete your exchange. So what should you do right now? First, make sure your dinar is stored safely and that you have proper documentation. Banks will require proof of authenticity. Second, keep yourself informed but balanced. Follow updates but cross-check information. And third, build an exchange strategy. Will you exchange everything at once or take it in stages? Different banks may offer different options, and having a plan could make a huge difference when the time comes. It's also wise to keep expectations realistic. A currency revaluation is one of the most complex events in global finance. Even if Iraq is ready, delays could happen due to politics, international agreements, or market conditions. But here's the good news. The signs are stronger now than they have been in years. Banking reforms, global recognition, progress on the HCL, and serious talk of contract rates all point toward something real on the horizon. Global confirmation changes everything. It takes this story out of speculation and places it firmly in the arena of international policy. For the everyday holder, this means your investment is being noticed at the highest levels. That doesn't guarantee timing, but it does guarantee credibility. And when the global system gets involved, changes can move quickly. So what should you watch for in the days ahead? First, any official announcements on the Hydrocarbon Law. Second, updates from the central bank about exchange policy. Third, signs of deeper partnerships between Iraq and international organizations. And finally, any moves by major banks that suggest they're preparing for the dinar. One important reminder, nobody knows the exact date, not even insiders. Frank26 has years of experience connecting pieces, but he doesn't have a crystal ball. Use his insights as part of your research, but always balance optimism with caution. The key here is patience. The dinar journey has been long, full of ups and downs, but Iraq today is not the Iraq of a decade ago. Its economy, infrastructure, and global connections have matured. That's why this conversation feels so different in 2025. Patience doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means staying ready. It means preparing for the financial decisions you'll need to make after the exchange, not just during it. Think carefully about how you'll manage new wealth, how to protect it, grow it, and use it wisely. Many people focus only on the exchange event itself, but planning for life after the RV is just as critical. That's what makes Frank26's update so shocking. The confirmation of contract rates being real suggests that Iraq and its global partners are already preparing for multiple scenarios. If those rates are already being whispered to select groups, then the revaluation is no longer a question of if, but when. So where are we right now? We're at a place of cautious optimism. Iraq has the resources, the laws are coming into place, the banks are modernizing, and the world is watching. It's no longer just a dream. It's a process unfolding step by step. And if you're a dinar holder, your role is simple. Stay informed, stay grounded, and stay prepared. As we wrap up today's report, here's the takeaway. The Iraqi dinar story is heating up like never before. Contract rates, global confirmation, and the hydrocarbon law connection are all pointing toward big changes. It could be days, weeks, or months away, but the direction is clear. Iraq is moving forward and the world is paying attention. So let me ask you, are you ready? Are you prepared to act wisely when the opportunity arrives? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe the revaluation is finally around the corner? What's your strategy when it happens? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Iraqi Dinar, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay hopeful, stay smart, and remember, the future may be closer than you think.